That's why Fury is just a magnificent fighter, because Fury is from a gypsy background, and those boys are taught to fight at the age of 3 or 4 years old.
Joe Rogan just made a very strong statement by wanting Usyk to call off his rematch with Tyson Fury. Although Usyk may have won the first fight, Fury isn't the same person after his split decision loss. What could you expect from the undisputed king after his defeat? He's got Sugar Hill Stewart back in his corner, the man who helped him become a knockout artist during the Wilder rematches.
Fury. I think Tyson Fury's like, whenever the heavyweights go, so does boxing. That's like an old saying.
Yeah.
Wait, and with Tyson Fury being the king, he's so marketable and he's so extraordinary.
Yeah.
And his accomplishments, the fact that he beat Deontay, everybody gets knocked out by Deontay Wilder.
Crazy.
He's the only one who gets off the deck and beats him.
And the Fury we'll witness isn't the same one that Usyk outboxed last time. Fury is also hungry and training like never before. Rogan's warning is straightforward. Fury may become unstoppable if he returns with a fire. This is a completely different game and not just another rematch. Rogan believes that with this new Fury, Usyk might want to think twice before entering the ring.
This is a guy, you know, you can talk about all you want about counter-punching, about size, about speed, about a jab, everything else. But the greatest attribute of Fury, of Usyk, has always been since a teenager when he won the Olympics.
For boxing fans, Tyson Fury's defeat by Oleksandr Usyk is still devastating because for over 2 decades, Fury was the heavyweight division's unstoppable power, an unbeaten king with an unbreakable legacy. And then, suddenly, he lost by split decision. Not only did Usyk defeat Fury, but he also outwitted the Giant, which isn't something you see very often. The trick is that it's not quite over yet.
I remember when I was watching the Fury Wilder fight, and I remember someone saying to me, like, he's knocked down, he ain't getting up. I'm like, mate, trust me, he's going to get up.
Yeah,
he's going to get
crazy.
up. Yeah, and then, but that's why Fury's a force of nature. It's that technique he has, which has been instilled in him from basically the moment he could.
His precise footwork and tactical brilliance had everyone doubting the Gypsy King's invincibility. Instead of just kicking back and accepting defeat, Fury is actively working to demonstrate that the loss was an outlier. This rematch isn't your typical heavyweight bout. A showdown pits 2 boxers who couldn't be more dissimilar from one another. This fight is about more than just titles. It's about legacy, pride, and changing the course of history.
Heavyweight, and the heavyweights were never really that good. In terms of that kind of technique, it's like you need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight because everyone's super talented and technical. When you get up to the heavyweight division, it tends to be like a lower bar.
Joe Rogan takes on the Fury-Usyk rematch against a mountain of a man and another brilliant mind. It's a serious warning, not just hype. Rogan is well aware that heavyweight boxing doesn't follow the rules. If he makes a mistake, it's lights out. And what's his forecast? Because everyone is so talented and technical, Fury is entering this rematch with a fire we haven't seen in years.
He's fighting Usyk again.
Oh, man.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight, too. He's non-stop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else.
Which means trouble for Usyk. Fury is a heavyweight, and the heavyweights, we're never really that good at that kind of technique. You need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight, because everyone is so good at it. However, what makes Rogan's warning even more frightening is Fury's new strategy. He's back under Sugar Hill Stewart's tutelage. During his rematch with Deontay Wilder, the mastermind transformed him into a knockout artist. Nothing major needs to.
Last time in May, it was a fantastic fight. Oleksandr won the fight fair and square. Just looking to put on a great fight again. You know, it was very close last time. He got it by a point. A little bit more focus, a little bit more lack of complaint.
Change. I just need to be a little more focused, as I say, and I will succeed under Stewart. Stewart's method isn't about skill. Stewart's method isn't about skill or dancing around the ring, but rather about pure destruction and a little more lack of complacency. Rogan claims that the version of Fury we're about to witness may be the most dangerous heavyweight in boxing history.
a little bit more lack of complacency, and I should do the job, what I need to do. You know, it's nothing drastic has to change, a bit more the same, a little bit more focused, like I say, and I will be victorious.
He isn't just a fighter, he is a man on a mission. And if Usyk isn't careful, he could discover just how brutally he ends this rematch, how devastating that mission. He might be fighting Usyk once more. Oh, that's a tough fight, no doubt. That Usyk guy is very talented, but he's also very small for a heavyweight. His constant movement, footwork, and everything else are so different from everyone else's,
which has been instilled in him from basically the moment he could walk.
Technique and huge. And if you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little.
However, Rogan doesn't let Usyk off the hook either. His speed and footwork are elite, and he's a master at turning giants into amateurs. But let's face it, Fury is a different animal. If he plays his cards correctly, his size and reach alone are enough to crush most fighters.
He just didn't have an answer to it because he's never been exposed to that level of technique.
Well, you know what it is? He's a heavyweight, and the heavyweights were never really that good in terms of that kind of technique. It's like you need it at like middleweight and light heavyweight because everyone's super talented.
If he corners Usyk and unleashes that devastating power, this rematch could end in a way that nobody is prepared for. I recall the moment I was seeing then. There is Fury's.
It's actually been about 4.5 years was the Wilder 2 fight. Last time I was the underdog in these fights. What's going through my mind? I'm just looking forward to a fantastic fight. You know, last time in May it was a fantastic fight. Oleksandr won the fight fair and
History with rematches. After their first fight, people questioned whether Fury could handle Wilder's power. What did he do? He walked Wilder down, dismantled him, and left no room for debate.
a little bit more focus, a little bit more lack of complacency, and I should do the job, what I need to do. You know, it's nothing drastic has to change, a bit more the same. A little bit more focused, like I say, and I will be.
And so far in this one, the volume is coming from Tyson Fury, but the accuracy at this stage is with Usyk. And boxing on the outside, nice and slick, but now
I remember someone telling me he's knocked down, he ain't getting up, but I responded,
all I can do is prepare well, train hard, eat well, go to bed early, wake up early, do the right things, listen to people around me, and the rest is in God's hands.
Surprises from Tyson Fury the first time?
Yes, of course.
What were they?
You gain that respect.
Yeah.
I will definitely say that Usyk would have had to work a lot harder than Tyson Fury because of the size disadvantages, the size advantage in Fury.
mate, trust me, he's gonna get up,